Uh, have you ever thought about being another person, another race, or having a different citizenship? What about if you were born another person, having another culture, another religion? Today I decided to talk about my identity, my religion, my culture, and my history. Uh, you actually we learn it from our parents and our communities. Uh, Today I would like to share with you what I've learned about my country. Talking about first of all, sorry. First I would like to talk about the history. What about the history of my country and the culture, and finally I will tell you about my religions. The history. Ethiopia is a big country located within the eastern part of Africa, as always known as the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia is a country with 78 million, we're a lot, 78 million people. This information was found by, you can see it over here. That's actually the corns. After that, there's a. This information was found by National Geographic. There's a lot of history. Ethiopia is one of the previous one who was talking about being old, but Ethiopia is the oldest, the earliest kingdom and oldest independent country in Africa. Ethiopia is the only country in Africa with our own alphabet. I can show you a little bit, and our own numbers. So in Africa, I can tell you some information. A lot of Africans, they have either they speak French or English, it depends. But Ethiopians, have our own alphabets and numbers. Numbers there. If anybody knows Hebrew, the Jewish language, similar. The history of Ethiopia began before Jesus Christ, but I would like to talk about the modern and recent history about this historic nation. Ethiopia is one of the two countries in Africa here who has never been colonized. Talking about colonization, from the English Oxford, colonization means the action of a process of stealing among and establishing control of people of area. I found this definition from the Oxford, the English Oxford. If you see the countries over here, well, British, they have a lot of countries. French also, Spanish, Portuguese. If you go to Angola, they speak Portuguese. If you go to West Africa, it's always French. So the only two countries in Africa who has never been colonized by European power is Ethiopian and Liberia over here. Well, that was the definition that I found in dictionary about colonization. But if you ask me my own opinion about being colonization, the definition of colonization for myself is the action of the process to steal people's land, history, culture, religion, and force them learning your own language, your own history, on your own culture up to them. Before I go to culture, by 1940, 90% of Africa was colonized. At this time, Italian invaded Ethiopia twice. Their effort to colonize Ethiopia, but it was unsuccessful to colonize the Ethiopians. This happened on the 1st March 1896. Was the Battle of Adwa. Because of the Battle of Adwa, the Ethiopians had their independence. So, okay. Now that we know a little bit about the history of Ethiopia, let's explore of the culture. Millions of Ethiopians have their own culture and tradition. Ethiopia has a diverse mix of ethnic and language background. From the south to the north, in the east to the north, there's 80 ethnic groups. We can say a little bit. So the people from here, they don't speak the same language from the people over there. The people from here, they don't speak. If you see anything like Oromo, Ogaden, Afar, Amara, Oromo, they're all a different person. I mean, they're all one Ethiopian, but they speak different language. They have different culture, different tradition, different ceremony, and everything. Amharic is Amharic is the official language, and Oromo also is the most popular language in Ethiopia. All of them have their own way to represent their culture. In Ethiopia, culture is very important. It's more than important. Traditionally, they're supposed to take care of the family finance and outside of the house, and the women are responsible for domestic work and looking after for children. So about the tradition, this is the Ethiopian tradition clothes. This one is for the woman. Actually, we call it. This one is called netala or habesha kamis. This is for all the Ethiopian women. And if you go by the tradition foods, the foods look like this. This dish is it's very liked by the Ethiopians. It's very preferred. We can eat this breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the Ethiopian is known for their coffee around the world, as it was first discovered by the Kaffa region in Ethiopia. This information was found by African Facts. In fact, if you go to any Starbucks or anywhere where they can sell a coffee, if you ask them about the Ethiopian's coffee, they'll probably tell you a little bit because it's very popular. And next, I will tell you a little bit about the religions. Ethiopia has closest history to the three of world's major religion: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. Or you can see the Ethiopian Orthodox is very popular over there. They have 43%, and the Muslim also. We have a lot of Muslims, and some other religion. The name of Ethiopia has been mentioned 43 times in the Bible and more than 24 times in the Quran. Quran is the holy Bible of the Muslim or Islam, if you don't know. So if you want me to tell you some verse from the Bible, if you go to the Job chapter 29 verse 19, the topes of Ethiopia cannot equal it, nor can be involved in pure gold. And if you go to Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 4, or Daniel 11, verse 43. So the popular religion in Ethiopia is the Ethiopian Orthodox. The Ethiopian Orthodox, the Ethiopian Orthodox, they fast for 4 months. I don't know if you know, like people are fasting, and the Ethiopian Islam or Muslim also, they fast in the same Ramadan month, if you guys know. So for the conclusion, for the nation of Ethiopia, I believe that the history, culture, and religion are very important for every single Ethiopian person. I believe also that Ethiopia love their history like they love their culture and religion. Ethiopia is a place where there is a huge fear of God and a place where one nation is under God. Ethiopia is a country where 80 different ethnic groups live amongst each other and with love and peace. They might have a different religion, cultures, food, drink, but at the end of the day, they believe that there are so many things that make them more the same. Then that's why in Ethiopia it's rare to see somebody eat together, because we believe that when we eat together we have the same spirit and we have some respect and love for each other. Sure.